Hey Sundowners, it's Christian and Dyke, and today I wanted to talk to you about vocal comping. So we're lucky enough to have a client that we're working with who offered to let us use this song for a demonstration for you guys, so you can just hear the difference between a pre-comp and a post-comp. So first you're going to hear before the vocal was comped, and then after we did the process. Now for those of you who don't know what comping is, essentially what it is you're taking vocal. It can be anything. You can use drums, you can use guitars, and what you'll do is you'll have somebody basically do the same part from the start of the song to the end of the song several times. So instead of doing one master take, which a lot of people do, instead of sort of singing the song and then punching in each part, what you're doing is you're actually getting them to sing it a number of times through. Then you're taking all those parts together and you're lining them all up. So for example, if the vocalist sang 5 vocal takes, you take those takes and then you take maybe the first line and then you listen to the first line in each of the takes. So you listen to the first line in the first take, first line in the second take, first line in the third take, and so on. Then you pick the best take of that line. So then you line that up and you go to the second line and so on. You just sort of repeat. Now when I first heard about it, this is an very old trick that started off in multi-track tape recording in studios. As soon as they had enough tape tracks, they were able to kind of throw vocals on there. So when I first heard about it, I thought, how can you get a natural sounding vocal? And sorry, just going to move out of the way for a car here. And so I was thinking, like, how are we gonna get like a really supernatural take on that? And but it's amazing how well it works. It's just this magical way to sort of create a composite, which is where the word comp comes from, a composite of the best parts, a distillate really of the best parts of all of the vocals. So this is a very common thing that a lot of producers use with vocalists, even if the vocalists are great. I mean, if you have somebody like Adele, or you've got a great vocalist out there who's doing an excellent vocal take, she's a real pro, then no, of course you're not going to have to do that, or you might punch in a word or two. But most of us are, even with the great ones, we do vocal comping. And it's really incredible what the difference is. And I highly recommend you doing this as a vocalist, or you can do this with drum tracks. You can record 5 different drum takes and then do a composite. You can grab fills from that one, you can do this and that with the other thing and construct it after the fact. So anyway, without holding up the train anymore, I'm gonna basically let you hear the before. And as a little bit of a metaphor, I'm standing in a kind of a nondescript alley here in Los Angeles to represent the before comp, which is normally the type of improvement that you'll hear in a composite vocal with most genres of music, less so with punk rock or maybe blues and something where everything's about the moment and live and so on. But for most genres of music, you're going to hear kind of like it works, right? You've got a place you can drive your car, and there's some balconies and some apartments around here where I am, and it's totally workable, right? But what we want graceful, beautiful, and to emote the best emotion possible for the song. So let's first hear the pre, and then I'll play you the post.
If you want more than what you got, you gotta get back to it, be accurate, and take that shot. You gotta heed the call of all the fallen, and yeah, we're rolling, we'll all win, yeah. Need us all, greed us all, put it all on rap. Give me everything, everything, everything I wanted, everything, everything, everything I wanted, everything, everything, everything I wanted. If you want more than what you got, you gotta get to it, be accurate, and take that shot. You gotta heed the call of all the fallen, and yeah, we're rolling, we'll all win, yeah. Need us all, greed us all, put it all on rap. Give me everything, everything, everything I wanted, everything, everything, everything I wanted, everything, everything, everything I wanted.
Much better. So here we have, we're standing basically on the street in front of the alley, and I don't know, I'd much rather hang out here. I hear more birds than planes. How is that possible? Maybe they like it better here too. Lots more trees. So anyway, it's this is still a functional thing. The cars can drive. There's balconies on the buildings, but this is where we all want to be, and this is really a beautification of what is the same functional thing. And really that's what the comp is all about. Now this takes practice, it's not a easy thing. And one tip that I would give you is to, I've been doing this for a long time, and what you want to do is you want to try to find a story within the sound of the music. So not just so much the lyrical content, you'll pay attention to that, of course, but what you're doing is you're looking for like an arc to the story in the verses and in the pre-chorus and in the choruses, and being able to make sure that they emote what the feeling should be in those places musically. So when you're listening to that, I don't just pick lines in my comps. I get down and sometimes I'm picking letters. I'll grab like a very, very beginning of a word sometimes, which leads into the next word. And it's always important that you listen to the continuity of it and how it builds and how the shapes of the vocal go together. And you're looking to do something like, we could just refer to this. You've got different sort of trees on here and hedges and so on, and each one we could imagine that is a phrase, right, which makes up the street. I mean, the street itself is, when you look at the street, you're looking at the beauty of the street, and really in that snapshot you're really seeing the song. But you can break it down into these individual trees and bushes, and each one unto themselves is beautiful. If you stand in front of a tree or a bush that is natural and healthy and in this case a little exotic, you can see the beauty in each one of those components. And that's what you want to do with those words. So it's a summary of the components. So focus on the words, how those words go together in this arc and how they build and so on. So I'd love to hear some examples actually. So if you guys want to send me some examples of comping, or you have questions about comping, then please absolutely let me know. You can leave a comment below this video and just let me know sort of any questions you have, and I'm very happy to answer them, or even listen to something, a vocal, or like I said, any other instrument that you're thinking of comping, and I can just throw in some quick tips there for you, just to give you a good head start on that, especially if this is the first time you're trying it. Remember, this was just a working copy, so this is not the final mix or anything like that. This is just a working copy, so it's going to sound even better when we get it out. So anyway, I hope you found this great and super helpful, and we'll talk to you soon. Until then, happy recording.